Yo, and hello, and welcome to the 103rd episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free every Wednesday in audio format on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast directories, and in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind-the-scenes news, read rad articles, and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent, Voice Master Bass.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there.
God, his voice.
What's up, man?
Nothing, dude.
How's life treating you?
So, just to jump right into some weird shit.
Whoa.
I started watching, and I've hated on this before just because I gave it no shot whatsoever.
Okay.
But Sword Art Online.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm liking it. It's
are you on season 2 yet, or season
no,
1?
I'm still season 1. Now, I have some questions about this show.
Okay.
I'm
Ask
about
away.
8 episodes in.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I've noticed in very serious moments in the show, like in moments where things are getting real, as they say.
Sure.
It's almost like a videographer for a porno is filming. Like, you'll randomly be underneath a girl's vagina, like,
Dude,
looking.
yeah, it does that a lot, and it gets worse and worse as the show goes on. Like,
does it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Just wait. By the time but the show stays interesting enough to where you look past that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I just didn't understand. Like, am I supposed to be? Is it trying to turn me on while
weird.
things are getting crazy?
It does this weird, like, perverted shit all the time. Like, I don't know. It's really strange.
Where he like squeezes her boob and stuff. I'm like, okay, this is very childish, but like,
there's a lot of like weird, like, sexual, like, stuff in that show. I don't know, but it's all like, I don't know, real PG-13, but pushing the boundary kind of thing, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm watching it in English dub, okay? But I have the English subtitles down at the bottom because my volume doesn't get too loud.
You can't do that. It's different.
It is different. Now, one thing I noticed, the guy at the beginning, the first guy he, like, becomes friends with or, like, parties up with for a second.
I can't remember that guy's name, but
redhead dude. Yeah. Anyways, so like in the dub version, he's like, whenever they first reveal what they actually look like in real life, he's like, "Hey man," he's like, you don't look half bad, you know, or like, but in the subtitle it says, "Hey, you're kind of cute." And I was like, whoa, wait, what's going on? Like, I got really confused really fast. I'm like, are they...
That's why I have to pick one or the other. Because like, I get lost in translation, and then I start thinking about context, and I lose parts of the story because I'm still thinking about what they said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Definitely. But see, like, if you watched it based solely on subtitles, then he would be, like, bisexual. But if you watch it based on just, like, the dub,
unless it's
not.
Just a culture thing, you know, maybe
to be like, yeah,
maybe
dude,
it's not weird.
You're kind
of
cute, bro.
Yeah, maybe. It's
but
like...
he looks at him like with these eyes, these anime eyes of lust and longing, and like it's very strange. And like he kind of blushes, and then like it kind of makes it dramatic, and then it ends the episode.
I don't know, man. I think Kirito is just a little awkward in the first season. Like, I really do. But then again, I have no idea. Because he's definitely not, like, straight up gay, you know?
Not that would be an issue. I just want to know
all,
what... I like how...
It would be kind of imperative to the story, though, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you watch it subs, he's gay. If you watch it dubs... He's straight as a fucking nail, dude.
Strange.
Yeah, he's like hanging out with Asuna and whatnot, and they're definitely feeling some things. But you know, what I'm saying is like,
it's a good show, man. It's so weird because, like, okay, I watched the first 2 seasons, and then I know they've put out more stuff since then, but like, I don't really know where I should go next chronologically, so I kind of stopped watching it. You know what I mean?
On Netflix,
because none of it's labeled like season 1, season 2, movie 1, movie 2. It's just all. It's like, it's kind of like that, like Fate/Stay Night or whatever. It's like, you know, Sword Art Online, Bullet Hell Storm Missile 5382, you know, like every title is some crazy shit like that, and you're just like, okay, I don't really know if this is the next one or like,
well, I saw
if this is even related to the, you know,
on Netflix it says there's like Sword Art Online 2, like the
right, and that's why I watched Sword Art Online and I watched Sword Art Online 2, but then after that I'm confused as fuck.
Okay, so there's not from that point on. There is no show. Maybe they're still working on 3.
I don't know, because there's a lot of other stuff. There's like Sword Art Online, Acel World, or some shit like that. And then there's
spin-off shit.
That's what I'm thinking it could be. I need to watch it, but I'm scared to like ruin something for myself and be like, oh shit, I watched it out of order. You know, like
yeah.
I just wish everything was clearly numbered.
I feel that.
You know.
So what have you been up to, man?
Oh, just hanging out, man. Just planning out things for this little house we're gonna get together. We're gonna go out to the property tomorrow and plot out where we're gonna put it and everything, and get electricity started, getting set up and stuff. So,
I like it.
We're getting everything ready. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Hell yeah, there'll be a home for that voice. just get really creepy.
That's so creepy. No, but yeah, man. Other than that, just been playing video games.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what the show's about, dude.
So
So we're going to jump into the video game news. Just so you guys know, we're using articles from around the internet, and we don't claim the news to be our own, but we are claiming our commentary. So let's jump into it, dude. Something happened moments, like a day after we posted the last episode. Actually, moments after we posted the last episode.
Right after.
And that was the Pokemon Direct.
We got to just break this down for a second.
let's break it down. Dude.
I got to be honest with you, man. I'm fucking hyped.
And
I didn't care at first, like, honestly, because I knew
Yeah.
what was coming. Okay, I knew we're getting a mainline Pokemon.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be sort of like the DS Pokemons, So
I didn't know that. I'm mad about that.
I knew that. I knew it. I've known
In
this,
your heart.
I've known this in my heart since they announced it originally at 2017 E3. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've known it. Like, I knew we weren't going to get it. So I wasn't, like, let down or anything about that. I've already kind of expected that, That being said, I've had so much fun playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu that I'm in kind of a Pokemon-type mood right now. So, like, anything Pokemon that drops this year, I'm probably going to eat that shit alive, dude.
Dude, same.
And, like, another thing that kind of excites me is looking at the map. And then looking at the map from Breath of the Wild, they kind of have a similar aesthetic, you know?
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me think, man, I think this is going to be, like, much bigger feeling than other Pokemon games, I mean, it better be with, like, the system power and stuff. I really think they're going to do a lot more with it.
It looks like it isn't, grid-based, which is helpful, but also there's no camera like control. I don't know if you noticed that, but like you just it's like Resident Evil, like old school, where you walk in and like you just move around in that area, like which,
I mean, I'm not so mad about that, like I just I'm not expecting anything so crazy. I am expecting new Pokemon and stuff. Like, I'm expecting, like, I'm just excited about a new Pokemon game. I finally have a Nintendo system at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I would be just as excited about, like, a DS game or something if I had a DS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm excited that maybe we'll get, like, a new Evolution, Maybe like a poison Eevee or something, or a ghost. That'd be kind of cool.
A Geevee. No, but yeah. Speaking of which, we didn't even mention what the new one's called. It's Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Apparently, they teased it a long time ago, and nobody realized it.
I saw that. That's
Did
pretty
you see
funny.
that?
Yeah.
He posted like a picture on Twitter. I forgot who it was. One of the executives at Nintendo, and he's holding like a chair, like it was a shield, and like a microphone stand, like it was a sword. And he was, obviously obviously, looking in hindsight, it's like an obvious reference to what was going on because it was like the Game Freak Nintendo account, you know?
Yeah, it was Mr. Pokemon himself.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of a description from GameSpot. Actually, I think this was from The Verge. But the new games feature a more detailed 3D art style compared to the Let's Go games and include a wide variety of locales in a new region called Galar that appears heavily inspired by the UK. It's also got some steamy stuff going on.
You can see a lot more detail in like the little clips they showed in the trailer, like just the little foliage on the ground and stuff. Everything looks like a console game a lot more than it does like, you know, previous.
Somewhat. It looks like a GameCube game to me. That's what bothers me about it. Is it's like just a half step up. It's like, come on, guys, like.
Yeah,
give me the full step.
I'm excited about it.
I'm not hating. And that was the other thing is like, you know, I think a lot of people took that as a, Jamel's just hating on the game, but I'm not.
No.
Like I'm just being critical of what I'm seeing here. It's like almost like they'll do the bare minimum until they realize that people aren't playing it anymore, which will never happen.
I don't think it's so much that they want to do the bare minimum. I think it's just that they have a formula that they know works, that they know people like, and that they know they can get away with. You know what I mean?
But I'm also upset that they are taking away from what they introduced in Pokemon Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu is the Pokemon roaming around, you know, like instead of random encounters. Like, I don't want to go back to random encounters.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like the random encounter... Okay, taking out the random encounters, first of all, adds an element of, like,
realism,
easiness to the game.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Not necessarily, because it's still random. It's just that you see them before you walk into them.
It's not just that. It's like when you're making your way through a cave, you can just walk past all the fucking monsters, you know?
Hell yeah.
If you don't have that, if they just randomly surprise you, like, it's a lot more challenging to like get yourself to the next segment of the game. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of like the pleasure of Pokemon. Despite it being kind of annoying, it's a lot more satisfying when you get to the end of the cave and all of your Pokemon have like 20 HP left and your fucking Rattata's like poisoned and he's about to die. You know what I mean? And you're like, and then all of a sudden Gary pops out and he's like, "Hey, fuck you! I'm about to," you know. Whereas opposed to like
poo poo face,
yeah, or whoever, whatever you name him. You know?
No, but see, the thing about that though is you can still have that challenge in the way that if you do skip through the cave without grinding and you get to the gym and you can't fucking beat anybody, then you're gonna have to go back to the cave. It's just you won't have to randomly encounter shit the next time you have to go back through the cave for something.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you could adjust it to where it would work like that, I guess. But my thing is, I don't know. Pokemon Let's Go was a lot of fun, but it was way too easy, and I think they're gonna go. Like,
well, I don't want the easy
because my thing is it kind of gives it like a Final Fantasy type combat thing whenever the encounters are random. You know what I mean?
It does, yeah.
I don't know.
But Final Fantasy has changed over the years, just like this should.
True.
And I think like it was a really cool idea to have these Pokemon out and about walking around. There's no difference between random encounters and having them walk around. There's literally no difference. They're still statistically appearing. The only difference is that it feels more like the cartoon or the movies where you can see what you're looking at and be like, I want to encounter that one.
Yeah, it did make finding shinies a lot more exciting because when they'd pop up and you'd be like, oh shit, and you just like haul ass across the room.
Yeah, and if you missed it, you missed it. Just like the random encounters, you know?
I don't know, man. I see the pros and cons of both. You know, I wish they had it to where it was like, you know, normal, like you could see them. You know, like Let's Go.
Yeah.
But you could like make it to where if you win the options, you could make them invisible or something.
Yeah,
you know
what
I mean. So you could just walk into them on accident. Because most of the time, I walk into those motherfuckers on accident anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
it's the same thing.
So, like, I don't know. If you really wanted to, I think that would be an interesting solution to the problem. You know.
And I feel like it gives it a living world.
It does kind of definitely, but at the same time, it also kind of makes it a little weird. Like, there's some places where it's like, oh my god, what the fuck? There's like 50 Weezings flying around in this room, you know what I mean?
Which I think they would be able to calm down on that for this one. Like, make it more structured, make it more focused, because that was just like a remake. I feel like
I am glad they're bringing back the battling with the wild encounters.
Exactly.
I think that's a huge element that was missing out of the last one.
Though the animations for the battle is so bad, dude. It's so bad. Like, I wish they would have stepped it up, man. Even if they would have taken till 2021, like, just give us the Switch game.
Well, I don't mind them keeping on putting out the mainline games as they are like this, but I wouldn't mind also having like a spin-off game, like an experimental spin-off game that's not necessarily a mainline game. You know what I mean? But it's basically like a more detailed, realistic like RPG. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of like
think
Final Fantasy.
The thing is, they don't want to risk one of the main franchise Pokemon games being, like such a dramatic shift. You know what I mean? I don't think they're opposed to doing something different. I just don't think they want to risk it on like their bread and butter.
I
You know
understand
what I mean?
that, but I mean, like, this is what people have been asking for since the fucking Game Boy. Like since the.
I just think they should make a whole new like Pokemon experience. You know what I mean? Like a different kind of game altogether. And like brand it something else. You can the two games can exist in the same world. I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would still want the RPG aspects though. Like just
Sure.
because it's open world doesn't mean you can't have the RPG.
Sure, you
factor.
could definitely have the RPG factor. You could make the RPG factor different. You can make everything different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're gonna do it different like that, you might as well do it like completely different.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, the new starter Pokemons were introduced.
I like them.
Do you? They, including a frankly adorable trio of grass-type chimp, Grookey, which a lot of people have said he's not a chimp because he has a tail. Chimps don't have tails.
I didn't know that.
The fire-type rabbit, Scorbunny, and the water-type lizard, Sobble. Who's going to be your starter?
Probably either the bunny or the water thing.
It's really tough for me. I think I'm going to go with Sobble just because he's...
I'll go with the bunny then.
Yeah, dude, and then we can battle it out.
Hell yeah, swap them over, get the Pokédex filled up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I am looking forward to. Is just that it's like now that I know what to expect, I'm like, okay, all right, I know what I'm getting. I'm happy. I'm satisfied.
I think there's going to be a few more surprises up their sleeve. Like I think at around E3 time this year, we'll probably learn a lot about the game, and I think that there will be more changes than we're thinking there will be to the game.
Hopefully. The game did look empty, though. What they did show, there was like no one.
I don't think
Nothing.
they have as much as,
it's not like a complete game.
I think they're going to
yet.
rush to get it finished, But I also think that they're going to have some innovative things, because whenever he was talking about the game, he specifically said, like, we're going to bring some new ideas into the Pokemon world,
which they do every game. I mean, but it's always like little things, like it'll be like, oh, you can pet Pikachu now, or like do some dumb shit like that. No,
yeah, maybe
one another aspect that they took out that I really wish they wouldn't have is having your Pokemon follow you, but it's because the sprites for all the Pokemon, they're still using the 3DS sprites for all the Pokemon and animations, which they made at one point to like future proof or whatever. But now the Switch is here, they all look shitty. But like, so now you can't have a Pokemon following you because it just wouldn't look right with that realistic, like, or more realistic look they got going. And then you just have this little like tiny Pokemon behind you and just looking fucking weird. But yeah, they took that out. You can't have your.
I don't really care about that.
Dude,
honestly,
crazy? Are you crazy?
I just don't. I don't care. The only thing I thought was cool about that was like riding on my Onix, or like whenever your Pokemon would run over and find an item in a bush or some shit. I thought that was kind of cool.
It's not about the functionality, dude. It's the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta have my Gengar just fucking rolling beside me.
Dude.
Damn, dude.
I don't give a fuck. They can stay in their fucking Pokeballs till it's time to fight, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Such a Gary, dude. Just kidding.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
send them to fucking Professor Oak, dog. Get them candy.
I wonder which tree we're gonna be working with this time around. Professor Seed. Professor
Flax.
Professor Redwood.
Professor
He's got to be some kind of tree. They're always
Mahogany.
trees. Yeah. Oh, I like that one, Professor Mahogany. And it's in like the UK, dude.
Yeah,
Totally,
dude,
that's
that kind of
perfect.
works. Yeah.
Now it better be. Anyway, so let's move on. What do you got, Brent?
Okay, so this is kind of a long one, but it's really weird and interesting. So just bear with me for a second.
Go.
For the last several years, Valve has grappled with the question of which games should and shouldn't be allowed on Steam. Now the largest distributor of PC games faces a major test of its rules around content, as attention centers on one of the most objectionable games to appear on the platform, Rape Day, a visual novel in which the player, quote, controls the choices of a menacing serial killer rapist during a zombie apocalypse, end quote. Verbally harass, kill, and rape women as you choose to progress the story, reads the official description of the game on Steam, which Polygon reported on this morning. It's a dangerous world with no laws. This is a quote from the Steam page. The zombies enjoy eating the flesh off warm humans and brutally raping them, but you are the most dangerous rapists in town.
Wait, hold on. The zombies are rapists too?
Yeah, the zombies are raping too, I guess. Everybody's raping in this game.
Is this supposed to be like over the top or like?
Well, here, they talk to the creator later in the article. Hang on, I'm just going to read you this whole article because it's great. The page, which cannot be viewed unless you've logged into Steam and set your store preferences to allow adult-only sexual content, includes a trailer and screenshots of 3D model characters which depict the scenes described. Murder has been normalized in fiction, this is a quote, while rape has yet to be normalized, writes Rape Day's creator on the game's website itself.
Why, are we trying to normalize
Dude,
rape?
He is. Essentially, an FAQ defending the project. The only other section of the website is a bibliography of sorts that points to 6 academic studies and articles that refute a connection between violent video games and real-life violence. The unnamed creator of Rape Day says they have spent 2 years developing the half-hour-long game. In the first blog update on Rape Day's Steam page, man, it just feels dirty even like saying the name of the fucking game. Its creator offered a puzzling defense of the game, that its intended audience includes sociopaths. Quote, despite what people are saying in the discussion, the game is marked as adult. It's for a niche audience. If it's not your type of game, you definitely don't need to play it. But as others have said, I tried to make a game that I would enjoy playing, and there are other people like me. Isn't that
okay,
fucking
so
weird?
he is a sociopath
or
a psychopath.
He keeps on going. He says 4% of the general population are sociopaths, and the type of people that would be entertained by a story like this is not even limited to pure sociopaths. I understand that it is, however, not the majority of the people. Again, the game is for a niche audience. End quote. According to Valve's policy, it will disallow games it determines to be illegal, those it determines to be, quote, trolling. The latter rule is vague, but it has been applied. Last year, Valve cited it after removing Active Shooter, a game which simulates school shootings, saying that it was, quote, designed to do nothing but generate outrage and cause conflict through its existence. Valve also accused that developer of numerous misrepresentations, copyright violations, and customer abuses. Rape Day is already generating backlash. Several discussions on its Steam section of the Steam forums are calling for it to be removed. However, it is unclear whether the game constitutes trolling under Steam's rule, which suggests that intent is issue for Valve, not the content itself. And in the most recent update on the Steam's page, the developer explains that they've removed a, quote, baby killing scene, quote, to avoid being accused of including, quote, content that exploits children, which is banned on one of the 7 guidelines a Steam game must meet, which are mostly related to legality.
Yeah, so
you got this game a rape simulator in which, just to be on the store, they had to cut out a baby killing scene.
Yeah, it's very strange that the creator is open about the fact that he is a sociopath, or at least he believes he is. And that there's others like him that would enjoy this game. I don't think enjoying a game like that instantly makes you a sociopath.
No,
I think
sure. There's some weird people that might like that and just aren't even like into like think rape is horrible. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, they might just be trying to they just like taboo shit or something. Like I don't know. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's a virtual video game. It's not real. So, in my opinion, I think it's horrible. But, I mean, unless Steam has some guideline against it, I don't see why it should be taken down. I mean...
slap the AO rating on it, I mean, it's fucked up.
It really is.
Absolutely disgusting that this would even be made or put out there, but...
My thing about it is that he'll learn that by nobody buying his fucking game. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
But then again, also, as Steam, if it was me and I was Steam, I wouldn't sell the game. I wouldn't.
No, of course, but it was I'm not Steam.
If I owned a store or some kind of storefront, I just wouldn't publish it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it. But that's just me.
Yeah.
And maybe they think they're gonna make fucking $1 million off of Rape Day or whatever.
Steam? You think Steam is thinking that?
I don't know.
They're like, dude, here's the game, man.
Why would you allow that? I mean, obviously,
they allowed a game about school shootings before the one that they took down, and then also, what's that one game? Hate or something?
Oh, yeah.
Like they allow a lot of games like this, and it's just like. As fucking horrible as it sounds, it's like they're I guess it's like free speech bullshit.
Well, my thing is, free speech is one thing, but like, if you're Steam, I don't think you should be doing that. Like, I think you should, like, these people should totally be allowed to make their game. You know what I mean? I think they should be allowed to sell their game.
Just not on Steam.
I think they should do it on their own fucking website or something.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that Steam is the place for that.
Do you think Steam even knew about this before Kotaku or whoever got to it?
Steam probably gets so many games that they don't really, like, pay attention to what they're putting on their website.
Yeah.
I think they have people that are hired to, like, just make sure certain guidelines are met, and then just immediately just file the paperwork and get them processed.
Yeah,
that's why the process with PlayStation takes so long, because they're trying to filter out the rape days and stuff. I mean? Like...
Exactly. I think it's the most interesting thing about this whole situation is just the creator himself. Like, I want a fucking documentary on this.
What's more interesting is, like, they didn't even have this guy's name. He's just like a faceless fucking figure that made this weird fucked up game.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, that's like some horror movie shit, dude.
It really is. No, it's like this guy, what if this guy would have done this shit in real life if he didn't make the game?
What if this is like the pinnacle of his like fucking like murder? Like, what if he's a serial rapist killer?
Oh my God.
And like he actually did everything that he put into this game. And it's like...
With the zombies?
This is like a real... Well, yeah, minus the zombies. He probably just put the zombies in there and be like, look, it's fiction, guys,
That's true.
I mean, think about it.
A lot of psychopaths do that, where they're like, they have to go out and boast about what they did, what I'm saying?
Exactly. What if this is like his grand finale, He makes a fucking game out of all the fucking victims and shit.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little carried away here, but this could be a good movie or something.
That's what I'm saying. It's terrifying. Like, yeah, I don't want, like... anybody to think that I'm saying it's okay that the game exists. I'm just saying that, like, legally, I don't think there's really anything you can do about that. It's just like, it is what it is,
Yeah.
It's up to people not to be fucking trash and buy the game. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed, but
But, yeah.
You know how far that's going to go. I mean, there's definitely some weirdos out there that are going to buy this game and play it,
Watch, fucking PewDiePie is going to fucking buy it and stream that shit. He's going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
I mean, I honestly, I don't want to play it at all, but I am a little curious about how ridiculous it actually is. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know,
or just what the graphics look like.
The graphics look good. I've seen some screenshots in the article that
really?
I mean, like, I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's even moving pictures or anything because it was all just screenshots. But like, I don't know. I won't say they look great or anything, but they look better than like what you'd expect the rape simulator game to look like. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and I mean, as much as rape in a video game is a horrible thing, think back to Soldier of Fortune. Like, do you remember how that game was just literally you could torture people? Like, you could cut their bodies into tiny little pieces and shit like that.
But also with like the
that was like a AAA game.
With the progression of like graphics and stuff, how it is now, I feel like the depiction of something like that is a lot more fucked up whenever you're looking at somebody's face that's like, oh my god, that's so realistic.
And I
looking.
think it's the
you know what I mean?
and whenever you were talking about it's the intention, I think the intention here is worse than trolling. This is like the fact that the intention is to reach out to people who want
an
that
outlet to like live out their dark fantasies. I don't know, like that's what I really think this is. That's what he said basically without saying it, is that this game is just made for actual rapists who want to rape people but don't want to get in trouble for it.
I guarantee you he's on some FBI watch list now.
Absolutely, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is fucking crazy, dude.
It's fucking wild.
We'll keep you updated on whatever happens with Rape Day.
What a terrible name for the game.
I think he wanted to go for shock value. You know, like
absolutely, dude.
It's just a guess, you know. But anyways, so don't play that game.
Yeah.
So Nintendo has shared some intriguing new information about its workforce in Japan. On some lighter news, as spotted by analyst Daniel Ahmed, the Nintendo of Japan recruitment page contains some statistics about the people who work for Nintendo of Japan, including their average age, salary, length of employment, and more. Nintendo of Japan employs more than 2,000 people, and their average age is 38.6 on average. A Nintendo of Japan employee makes $80,000 per year and has worked at Nintendo for 13.5 years. Also notable is 7 hours and 45 minutes, which is the average length of a workday for a Nintendo of Japan employee. As mentioned, this information only pertains to Nintendo of Japan. The Mario Maker has subsidiaries in other places around the world, including Nintendo of America, Europe, and among other locations.
I'm betting they're all getting paid pretty decent.
80,000, dude.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
the average.
I would love to work at Nintendo, even for like half that, even for a quarter of that. I would fucking love to work at Nintendo.
Oh yeah, you give me 30 grand, I'll make it my career,
dude. Fuck yeah, same. Just because it's like that would be what I would love to do. You know, that would be such an enjoyable day of work. If I had to spend 7.5 hours a day doing anything, it would be like having a hand in creating the next Nintendo game. That would be so sick, dude.
Fuck yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah. What you got?
Okay, so let's see. Beat Games has announced the first music pack for Beat Saber will be coming out this month. The music pack will also be accompanied by an update that changes the game's UI. For now, the Beat Saber Music Pack 1 is scheduled to release on March 14th. This update includes Original Soundtrack Volume 1 and Original Soundtrack Volume 2 and extras, and will go live across PS4 and PC, so the latter will finally be getting the songs that have previously been exclusive to the former. Beat Games hasn't announced what songs will be included in Music Pack 1. However, the developer did reveal what the new UI for the game will look like, and the redesign should help you easily browse through songs in each OST released for this music pack and any future ones. So that's pretty cool. You know, if you guys haven't tried Beat Saber, it's fucking sick.
Nice. So, Turn 10 Studios may have added the existence of an upcoming Forza mobile game. A recent community update erroneously linked to a sentence mentioning an unannounced mobile game called Forza Street, and it even names the developer. GT Planet reports that the mistaken link appeared in the latest Forza Motorsport Week in review. The link was intended to lead to a story about a recent esports winner, but instead linked to a description of a game. The link has since been corrected on the Forza site. But yeah, so basically, expect a Forza mobile game coming, possibly, called Forza Street.
I could see that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hope the graphics stay pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Season 8 of Fortnite is now live across all platforms. And just as Epic teased prior to the start of the season, this one is themed around pirates.
Whoa.
Already, the developer has added a new pirate area and weapon to the Battle Royale game.
Whoa.
And it appears another pirate item is on the way this week. Treasure maps.
Whoa.
Fortnite's in-game newsfeed is teasing the imminent arrival of new buried treasure maps. It's unclear just how these items will work, but the newsfeed says they're coming soon to the game, and they'll allow players to, quote, scour the island for hidden loot.
Oh.
You just blow up.
That's exciting. Good. Pirates. Cool. No more snow. No more.
Well, there's still snow.
Oh, well,
but it's just like in a corner of the map now. What they're kind of doing now is like sectioning off the maps into different like environments. It's kind of cool actually. They're like terraforming the whole map. They got like a snowy place and a desert place and a woods place and a lava
Apex
place.
Legends place. No, I heard their ping system is kind of whack.
The ping, bro. They stole it from Apex Legends.
Nah, dude, it's been in works for years. But yeah.
You know what else they stole from Apex Legends?
What's that?
You know how Apex Legends has those like ropes everywhere where you can like ride the rope and like relaunch?
Yeah.
Well, now Fortnite's got these like geysers everywhere, and you jump in the geyser and you relaunch, and you can like
such bullshit, man. Dude, that game is literally made from copying everything it can possibly copy.
It does, dude. It sucks the life out of everything.
It's like, oh, dude, cool idea. Mind if I steal it? Fucking like for real. Anyways, Halo Infinite, the long-awaited follow-up to 2015's Halo 5 Guardians, will be at E3 2019. 343 Industries boss Bonnie Ross told IGN that the game director Chris Lee will discuss more details on the game at the big-time June show that is now just 100 days away.
Damn.
Yep. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically it. Expect to see what Infinite truly is.
I like that.
What Infinity truly holds.
Let's see. Apex Legends news. Not really news. Just a little shout out to my boy Hit Iconic, who apparently leaked the Apex Legends map 11 months ago on Reddit. And nobody believed this dude, you know? They all were like, oh, they better not add Battle Royale to the next Titanfall, or, oh, I really hope this doesn't happen. And then all of a sudden, bam, it was real.
Little did they know.
He had like the exact real map like that they use.
I wonder how he got that.
I don't know. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, he's got those inside, like, I guess, like, sleeper cell agents.
Dude, for real.
Anyways, so images of what could be the full movie Sonic have leaked. The images were reportedly posted by advertising agency Hamagami Carol and appear to be part of a branding guide for the movie. The pictures show Sonic in various action-packed poses, and while his legs are a little less muscular than the early pictures suggested, there are a couple of noticeable changes to his appearance. Sonic's iconic white gloves have now become furry hands, and his sneakers aren't the red and white striped design we're used to seeing him in. The images have now been removed from the agency's site, and there has been no comment from Paramount about whether they are legit or not, which they are legit. And they look.
I want the gloves, bro. I think he looks stupid.
He looks really stupid. Like, if you haven't seen the new leaked photos, go look. It's like
really dumb looking.
It's almost like they saw what was happening with, Detective Pikachu, or they heard Detective Pikachu was coming, and they anticipated that they were gonna make it more cartoony, like than it did.
Yeah.
And now they're like, fuck. Now we got this weird, like, I don't even know what to call it.
Weird, dude.
Sonic the like fucking, I can't even think of what to call it. He doesn't look like a hedgehog though.
No, he never looked like a hedgehog, but he doesn't even look like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, he doesn't look
anymore.
like. He looks like Sonic.
He looks like Sonic, dude.
That's exactly what
he
Sonic
looks like. If Sonic was interpreted by South Park, that's what the new Sonic would look like. I feel like
the South Park. Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it's something in the eyes, man. You know?
It's like whenever like a cartoon makes like an appearance in another cartoon, and it's like, kind of just like a funny thing. Like you're saying with South Park, or like The Simpsons. Like,
yeah, like when Family Guy shows up in South Park, and like it's kind of the same, but it's drawn
weird.
kind of bad. That's what it feels like to me when I look at Sonic.
I hope he doesn't have any sex scenes. You know what I'm saying?
What? He's just like,
I can see that happening. At this point, I'm anticipating anything. Nothing
it's just
is
like
out of
R-rated, like
Sonic the fuck hog.
Oh, shit, dude.
God.
Sonic the fuck hog. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know where to go with that. That's awesome.
Anyways,
Oh,
can't wait to watch that.
all right.
So what do we got over there?
Let's see. Game designer and writer Chris Avellone has announced that he's finished working on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
He's also working on a secret project that may be announced next month. Ooh. Avellone is known as the writer behind several story-driven video games, including one of the most popular Star Wars titles ever made, Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords.
I don't know if 2 is the most popular.
2 was great.
It was great, but it wasn't the most
popular. I wish
popular.
I could find 2. I've only played 2 through one time, and I had so much fun with it, and now I can never find it again. And I don't even know how I would play it if I did find it, you know?
Why don't they just get Drew Karpyshyn? Or why didn't they why'd they go to the sequel guy?
I don't know, man. Maybe he just gave up. Maybe he doesn't care anymore. Maybe his passion is gone for the you know?
Damn.
His more recent work includes Divinity Original Sin 2, Prey, which I thought the best part of Prey was the story, really. Everything else was just kind of tedious and annoying.
Yeah.
And Into the Breach, the first of which made our top 10 games of 2017 list.
Not ours.
And the latter of which is one of our favorite games for 2018. Avellone was also on the writing team at Obsidian for Fallout New Vegas, and he was the lead storyteller for Pathfinder Kingmaker. Other than Jedi Fallen Order and his secret unannounced project, Avalon's future work also includes Dying Light 2.
Sweet.
So he's got quite the resume. It's exciting that he's working on Jedi Fallen Order. Or did work on it. It's done working now.
Yeah. That's pretty exciting. That means that we'll probably see some Jedi Fallen Order stuff pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm thinking E3. I think E3 is going to be exciting this year, despite the fact that Sony's not going to be there.
Yeah, I'm excited. A Metal Gear Solid movie from Kong Skull Island director Jordan Vogt-Roberts is in the works, but basically nothing is known about the cast or story at this stage. It's still early days for the film, but now one big-name actor has come forward to say he wants to star in it. Oscar Isaac, who is known for portraying the pilot Poe Dameron in the new Star Wars movies, told IGN that he wants to play Snake in the upcoming film. Quote, "I'm throwing my hat in for that one," unquote. Isaac also talked about why he thinks video game movies have struggled in the past. Quote, "With the video game thing, I think the trick will be how do you replicate the feeling of what it feels like to play a video game. I think where it goes wrong often is with the plots," unquote. He said Vogt-Roberts responded to Isaac's comments on Twitter, where he said casting for the Metal Gear movie hasn't started yet. He did, however, commend artist Boss Logic's mock-up of what Isaac might look like as Snake. I don't think he would make a good Snake. You know who Poe Dameron is, right?
Not at all.
The guy that...
I don't have any idea.
You watched the new Star Wars movies, though?
Yeah.
He's the guy that was he escaped with Finn in the first movie. The guy flying the shit. He's what's the new BB-8 or whatever? BB-8's dude, his homie.
Oh, was he the guy in the most recent movie that was rebelling against Leia? Okay, yeah. No, fuck that.
No, not at all.
Horrible. No.
Just because you're in Star Wars doesn't mean you get to fucking be
in everything.
Snake,
yeah,
dude.
Hell no, dude.
It's I was in one nerdy movie, going to the other. No, it doesn't work that way, bro.
Honestly, I think Keanu Reeves would be a better Snake than that guy, dude. Fucking
Keanu Reeves would make a good Snake.
Can you imagine him in full Snake makeup with the grizzled beard and a short haircut? You know what I mean?
He would play that pretty well. I don't see him as Snake though. I wish
he's got the John Wick moves down too. That would be kind of sweet for Metal Gear Solid movie.
That's true.
You know what I mean? He could definitely do the action stuff if he needed to.
I wish Kurt Russell was younger. And
Ooh.
he would have been young Kurt Russell would have been a perfect Snake. He played Snake in fucking Escape from L.A. and Escape from New York or whatever.
Really? That's
His
cool.
name is Snake in those movies. They were based on. Or no. Snake is based on those movies.
The thing about Snake is you need somebody who's relatively slim but still muscular and has like the facial hair and stuff. Maybe like Jared Leto or somebody, but they'd have
too
to be
skinny, dude.
They'd have to be grizzled. You need to be skinny. You need to be
Not
skinny
that
but
skinny.
buff. Well, like you could buff up. I mean, these Hollywood guys, if they really wanted to, they can.
Also, Jared Leto's just way too pretty. Like his face isn't. It doesn't show like.
Well, it depends on what Snake we're going for here. That's another thing.
True.
You go to early Snake, his face is like perfect. You go to like Solid Snake from fucking Metal Gear Solid 4 or whatever, he's like chopped up. You know what I mean? Like,
See, I want the old grizzled like Snake. I feel like that's the Snake you should go with.
I think it'd be interesting. You know what would be kind of fun to see?
Who's that?
As Snake, Hugh Jackman. As like old Snake.
Hugh Jackman could definitely play Snake.
That would be sweet.
I'd be down for that. That's one nerdy actor that can go from a nerdy movie to another.
I just think, especially like young Hugh Jackman would have made a great young Snake. Old Hugh Jackman would make a perfect old Snake. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking Vin Diesel with a wig. Or The Rock, dude.
That would be fucking hilarious.
What if The Rock played?
The cardboard box just like busts open and The Rock fucking pops out.
He's just got a wig. No, or like, what if The Rock played Fat Man or whatever, the guy on the rollerblades in the second game? You remember him? There's the boss who was just like a fat dude on rollerblades.
You know, it'd be interesting. A Metal Gear Solid anime. I would watch that.
I'm surprised that's not a thing. Konami presents. No, but
that'd be sick.
Anyways, what you got over there? What you got?
Team Ninja has released the first season pass for Dead or Alive 6, and it costs more than the game itself.
Sweet. That's that game that's gotten like nothing higher than a 7 from anybody.
Dude, I even me who loves Dead or Alive, I'm disappointed with the little bit of it I played. Dead or Alive 6 released today at a retail price of $60.
Okay.
While its Season Pass 1, which went live almost immediately after the game launched, cost $93.
I wonder, who the one person that bought that is.
Bro, I don't know, but fuck that person. Because that's the reason they're doing this, because somebody out there is buying that shit.
No, they're not. I guarantee. I want to see the sales numbers on these. I bet they don't even show them, because that's the most ridiculous bullshit I've ever heard.
It's ridiculous. For that staggeringly high price point, you'll net yourself over 60 costumes for the roster of fighters, included in Dead or Alive 6 at launch, as well as 2 additional characters that will release sometime between March and June. Season Pass 1 contains both volumes of blah, 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 blah. It's just costumes.
Yeah, it's a bullshit. It's cosmetic shit. And the other thing about that is, like, the fact that they released it immediately after they released the game means all that shit could have been in the game.
Absolutely.
It's not like, oh, we're just going to keep adding content. It's that we made all this, and it's literally that meme where they, like, break up a disc and then they, like, so it's EA.
So if you want the full Dead or Alive experience, you're going to be paying over $150.
Whack.
You could just buy a fucking console, dude.
Yeah, just do them a favor and do us a favor. Don't buy Dead or Alive 6.
Honestly, that's such trash. I really respected Dead or Alive all the way up until like Dead or Alive 4, and then fucking after 5, they just like completely threw their fucking business ethics out the window, dude. Like,
and they're so transparent about it too. They're like, we just want to make money. We just want to be in esports. It's like, no one looks at you guys like that.
And it's like, first of all, that's the big problem I have with 6 is that they changed their gameplay up completely. Now it's not even the same game anymore, so I can't justify it. You know what I mean? Like, at least 5 still had the same kind of combat as the other games, even though it was trash.
Yeah. Now it's just
I'd rather play the fucking DS version, dude. I really would.
Hell yeah, that was dope. Apex Legends had a fast start, gaining 25 million players in just 1 week. The Battle Royale has crossed another player milestone now, with its developer announcing it has hit 50 million players.
Hey, congratulations, Apex Legends.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's exciting.
50 million.
50 million.
I like it.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of that.
Not too many games can brag about hitting 50 million players in the first month.
No, not at all.
It's dope. What you got?
Let's see, a little freebie for you. Nintendo is releasing a new set of playable characters for Mario Tennis Aces.
Oh,
this month, the mayor of New Donk City, Pauline, is making her debut in the Switch tennis game, while 2 classic Mario villains will join the roster in April and May. As with Ace's previous DLC characters, players can unlock Pauline by playing at least one match in the game's online tournament mode this month, while everyone else will automatically get her after April 1st. As you can see in the trailer above, Pauline is a speedy character, and her special shot has her delivering powerful smash, blah, 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 blah. You can also get Shy Guy, or no, excuse me, just kidding. Hold up. Magic Koopa. The next ones you'll get will be Magic Koopa and Dry Bones. I'm sorry.
as long as Dry Bones is there, that's all that matters.
Dry Bones will be there later in April. Or
Sweet.
no, in May, excuse me.
So if you're still playing Mario Tennis on the Switch,
I might have to get that, man. I like Mario Tennis a lot.
don't get it unless you got friends to play it with. Apparently the like campaign is horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
So, Warner Bros. Live action adaptation of Detective Pikachu isn't the only Pokemon movie hitting theaters this year. The Pokemon Company has now shared the first trailer for the upcoming animated film Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, a complete CGI remake of the very first Pokemon movie. The trailer is a near shot-for-shot recreation of scenes from the original Mewtwo Strikes Back, which is celebrating the 20th anniversary of its North American premiere this year. We also get a glimpse at how the series' iconic trio, Ash, Misty, and Brock, look rendered in CGI for the first time. Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution is set to premiere in Japan on July 12th. It's unclear if the movie will air in theaters in other parts of the world as well, but the past 2 Pokemon films, I Choose You and The Power of Us, have both received very limited international theatrical runs. I think I would totally see that just to see how weird that is.
I bet it's really trippy.
That's what I was about to say. You gotta, like...
That's who they're doing it for.
Just fucking...
the nostalgic people like us, you know?
Drink a liter of acid and then go...
That'd be ridiculous, dude.
I don't think you'd ever make it to the movie. But
well, maybe not a liter. Even if you took any acid at all and went and saw that, that'd be insane. Okay. Let's see. Techland, the Polish developer behind Dying Light and Call of Juarez franchises, recently announced a round of layoffs. But the studio's ongoing game projects are unaffected. The job losses come as part of Techland's decision to close its Polish distribution and publishing department. Techland was in the business of publishing some third-party box games in Poland specifically, but that is coming to an end by the end of 2019. Everyone affected by the layoffs is receiving a severance package that Techland says is, quote, above the video game industry and the Polish employment legislation standards. Affected employees will receive help finding new jobs, Techland said, adding that employment affected by the restructuring were made aware of the move for a period of time before it became official. Techland added that its Polish publishing and distribution it's like a tongue twister. Polish publishing and distribution business has not been a core pillar of Techland's strategy for a few years. So the wind down was expected. Those who were laid off those who were laid off worked in logistics and trade department. No game developers were affected.
Yeah. I mean, not good.
So it doesn't matter that they lost their jobs.
Sucks to suck, logistics. No, but I mean, at least it's kind of funny that they have to publicly state, like, they got their severance packages and they were above standard because of how many fucking greedy-ass corporations are, like, just cutting off the 800 people fired. 800. Anyways, what else you got? You finished this up. I've already said all the news.
You're out of that? Okay, let's see. Some people made a big old Weezer thing in creative mode on Fortnite, and they have this jukebox that only plays Weezer songs. And
Weezer Island?
Yeah, basically. And Weezer responded, and they're like, oh, that's cool. So, yeah, there you go. Let's see. Hang on. Let's see what else we got. Okay. The news keeps getting worse for Overkill's The Walking Dead. after Walking Dead rights owner Skybound announced it would terminate its agreement with Starbreeze for the co-op shooter due to poor quality of the game. Starbreeze has now confirmed the PC edition will be removed from sale while the PS4 and Xbox One versions are now in question. In a news release, Starbreeze said it was in communication with Skybound to try to find, quote, a solution. In the meantime, Starbreeze said that sales of the PC edition of Overkill's The Walking Dead will likely be disabled, and should no agreement be met, the game would never return to Steam. Additionally, the PS4 and Xbox One versions would not be released if no new deal... Oh no. I accidentally left the thing. If no new deal... Oh god, I lost my spot.
It's all right.
It's not.
We get the point.
You get the point.
It's
Basically,
gone.
It's gone, and it's sad.
And it's not sad, but what the thing about it is this is what we were talking about. How like in this day and age, like when we were talking to David Stanley, what happens to these games that like get taken offline or whatever, and there's no physical copies. This game will never exist for anybody in the future once it's gone.
That's why it's sad.
I
mean, despite the fact that the game sucks, you know, like you said at that moment, it might be somebody's favorite game.
Yeah, there might be just one dude just like in a basement somewhere just overkilling it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know?
Yeah, dude. And now all he has left is fucking Rape Day. You know? Just kidding.
Oh shit! Well, that wraps up the news.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't play Rape Day.
No, don't do it. See. Anyways, so let's jump into this week's releases, where you guys can find out what new games are coming out in the next 7 days. And there's a shit ton of them. Starting with RBI Baseball 2019 coming to Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and mobile on March 5th for $29.99.
That's a pretty popular franchise. It's cool that it's coming to Switch too.
Yeah, it's got updated player models, hundreds of new animations, more detailed gear options, revamped ball physics, and amplified ballparks deliver unparalleled MLB action.
I got some ball physics right here. Hey.
And then we got Assault Android Cactus Plus coming to Switch on March 8th for $19.99. Assault Android Cactus Plus is a high-intensity twin-stick shooter in a science fiction setting. Okay.
Oh my god.
Then we got Beat Cop coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Beat Cop?
Yeah.
Like the vegetable?
What?
Or like
no,
beat
like,
you up?
No, you know like how cops, they have like a beat, like they like think of like New York City cops. It's
okay, yeah.
He's a beat cop.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so he's like always working his beat, you know.
Yeah,
okay.
I got you.
Anyways, so March 5th for $14.99.
I didn't know if you were like beating up cops, you know. If it was like
dude.
Rape Day kind of.
I'm just gonna keep referencing
beat cop, you know.
Rated AO. No, a retro pixel art style adventure in New York inspired by 80s cop shows. You are Jack Kelly, and you've been framed for murder. Now, as a regular beat cop, you have to find out who did that.
Okay.
And then we got Path of Exile coming to PS4 on March 8th. Couldn't find a price for it, but it's free to play. It's a free to play PC online action role playing game set in a dark fantasy world. And then we got Valley coming to Switch on March 7th, and this one I couldn't find a price for real though. Hidden deep within a remote region of the Rocky Mountains, you find yourself bewildered within a secluded valley. With the power of a recently discovered leaf suit, leap effortlessly through air functionality suit, run and jump your way through beautiful forests, dangerous ruins, and vast environments, all the while utilizing the power to control life and death to uncover the startling secrets of the mysterious valley.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got Hypnospace Outlaw coming to PC on March 12th for $12.
I'm telling you, they get ridiculous with these names.
They do. It's because they're running out of them.
Yeah, it's true.
Greetings, Enforcer, and thank you for enlisting in the Hypnospace Patrol Department. As the world falls into its slumber, Hypnospace becomes a bustling global village. These virtual streets aren't going to police themselves. Hypnospace Outlaw is a 90s internet simulator that requires you scour the hypnospace and hunt down wrongdoers, while also checking out a wide variety of weird and wonderful websites, keeping an eye on your work email, and downloading a plethora of apps that may or may not be useful.
90s internet simulator. You just like watch the page load for like 15 minutes. Like
Go to Cheat CC, play some Newgrounds, like play Flash games, which Trials was a Flash game back in the day. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Attack of the Earthlings coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on March 5th for $19.99. In Attack of the Earthlings, human invaders have traveled light years to planet X-13 and parked a gigantic space drill to mine for fossil fuel reserves, sip the odd margarita in the sun, and hunt big bugs. Galactoil, a comically dysfunctional energy corporation, are hell-bent on harvesting the known universe for energy and will drill anything in its incessant quest to line its pockets with profit. Okay. And then we got Bonds of the Skies coming to Vita March 5th for $14.99. Times are changing, and the existence of the Gramoas has become less relevant in everyday life. The young Eli is in the middle of his coming-of-age ceremony when suddenly his town is attacked by a demon and engulfed in flames. Don't you hate it when that happens?
It's the worst.
So you're just like having your coming-of-age party.
And then just
fucking
demons everywhere, dude. It happens to the best of us.
It does.
You know?
In the midst of this confusion, Eli enters into a pact with the Air Gramoa, Nogard, in order to save everyone. Eli and Nogard set off to look for the demon who cast the town into a sea of flames and to find other Gramoas in order to put a stop to its violence. And then we got Crimson Keep coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on March 5th for $14.99. Descend into an ever-changing labyrinth full of monsters, traps, and treasure in Crimson Keep, a first-person action RPG. Cool. Then we got Caretaker coming to PS4 and PC on March 5th for $7.99. Caretaker is an immersive first-person horror experience.
Okay.
You're an investigative journalist who's hungry for a flashy news story.
Okay.
You heard about a caretaker in this industrial facility that has gone insane and killed all of his co-workers. Now, the urban legend is that this caretaker has returned to this industrial facility, and people have seen this monster back to life. You want to uncover this myth. You are hungry for truth. Apparently, you're really hungry. Maybe this caretaker is hungry for something else.
Oh,
since you
that
play,
kind of sounds fun, actually.
Yeah. Since you play this investigative journalist, every piece of clue you find regarding the background story will be more rewarding, and will also solve basic puzzles. And you will also solve basic puzzles in order to progress within the game.
I'll fucks with it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, remember that game we were talking about, Devotion or whatever?
Yeah, it got pulled from Steam.
Yeah, dude, that game, like, I saw the reviews are like 9s and 10s. It's a horror game.
It's a big deal.
I want to play it.
Me too. We should, well, I guess we can now.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully they bring it back. We should, hey, you know, it was made by these people who made it, another game before it.
It's like Detention?
Yeah, we should check out Detention.
Is it Detention?
Yeah, it is. Okay, no, it is Detention. We should see what's up with that, because, you know, that might be a pretty decent game, too.
But I just want a horror game.
Me too.
That's got a
Me
9.
too. I want to do another Let's Play, man.
Let's do that.
Are you down for that?
I'm down for that.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm dizzy, dude.
I'm super dizzy.
I can't see anymore. Hell, no. Okay, I and Me is coming to Vita March 5th. Couldn't find a price. I and Me is a puzzler platformer. To play the game, you control 2 cats simultaneously. The 2 characters will perform exactly the same action. You need to manage both of them at the same time and let them coordinate to complete the adventure. Eternity, The Last Unicorn is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on March 5th for $14.99. Eternity, The Last Unicorn is an RPG by Void Studios. I guess we're supposed to know who they are. And then The Caligula Effect, Overdose, is coming to Switch, PS4, and PC on March 12th for $49.99. The students at Kishimai. Okay. Here we go. Hold on.
You got this.
The students at Kishimai High School enjoy a blissful existence filled with classes and daily performances by the intoxicating virtual idol pronounced Miu. While many students are quite content with this idyllic lifestyle, a few of them have uncovered a terrifying truth about their lives. Everything is a lie. The quote-unquote perfect world they inhabit is actually Mobius, a virtual reality construct created and ruled by Miu. In The Caligula Effect, the protagonist discovers the secret and must join with a group of other enlightened students who call themselves the Go Home Club to escape.
So it's pretty much the Matrix.
Yeah, I like it. But you're like in this.
The Go Home Club is fucking Morpheus and the crew of the Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, I like that.
I mean, it's exactly the plot of the Matrix.
But they're in school.
So?
And they know who's... It's
like a kid version of the Matrix, okay? Neo's at work, you know? Neo's at his office building. You know what I mean? It's
an RPG, though. This kind of reminds me of like every other Japanese RPG where you're a bunch of high school kids in high school.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. You know, everybody does the Groundhog Day thing where you wake up and relive the same day over and over again. There's at least 4 or 5 different movies like that. And there's not very many people that take the plot of The Matrix and do something different with it. So I'm not mad at that. It's just like blunt. You know?
It's pretty obvious. And then we got Devil May Cry 5 coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on March 8th for $59.99. I don't have to read about that. Y'all know what that is. And then we got Move or Die coming to PS4 on March 5th for $13.49. That's how you know it's not worth paying for. Move or Die is an absurdly fast-paced 4-player local and online party game where the mechanics change every 20 seconds. The very definition of a perfect friendship-ruining game. Slap your friends' controllers out of their hands to break them. No, I'm just kidding. While playing on the same couch. Challenge. Wait, that seems like a bad idea. Why would you make a game where you slap each other's controllers? They're $60 pieces of equipment.
You can't just be slapping. Somebody slaps my controller, I'm slapping them.
Yeah, like, for real. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, yeah. And then we got Ghost of a Tale coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on March 12th for $24.99. Ghost of a Tale is an action RPG game in which you play as Tilo, a mouse and minstrel caught up in a perilous adventure. Okay, and then we got Lego Marvel Collection coming to PS4, Xbox One on March 12th for $59.99. The Lego Marvel Collection combines 3 hit Lego games inspired by the action-packed Marvel Superheroes universe. Included are Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, and Lego Marvel's Avengers. Each game comes packed with all previously released DLC material, including bonus characters and level packs.
Okay.
And then we got Ghoul Boy, Dark Sword of Goblin. PS4, Vita, PC, March 5th for $79.99. Ghoul Boy, Dark Sword of Goblin is a retro-inspired style action platformer. Exciting new platformer that combines the action RPG genre with hack-and-slash gameplay. 2D action, heroic characters, gloomy environments, demonic bosses. These all seem to excite players a lot. What? The game brings... You can tell this is somebody that's not like... English isn't their primary language. Then we got... This one seems interesting. Audica, coming to PC on March 7th. Couldn't find a price for this. This is a VR rhythm shooter game from Harmonix. You use your pair of rhythm blasters to shoot and smash targets to the beat of a soundtrack featuring songs from some of the world's most popular electronic artists. So it's just like Beat Saber, but with guns.
Harmonix did Guitar Hero, right?
Yes.
So this is like the OGs of rhythm games.
Yes.
See, that's kind of cool.
From what I've heard about this game, from the people that have played it, it's very awesome. They say, like, there's so much going on. Like, so you hold the Move controllers or whatever, or not Move controllers, but like the VR controllers.
Yeah, whatever your VR controller of choice is, I guess.
Yeah, and you got to, like, shoot as they come, kind of, like, draw and shoot. And then sometimes you'll have to, like, turn the gun to the left or, like, to the right, depending on how hard you make it and stuff like that.
Dope. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it sounds pretty intense.
That sounds pretty good.
And then we got Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn coming to 3DS on March 8th for $39.99. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn is a bonus-packed version of the beloved platformer that introduces an amazing look based on animated yarn in a world of cloth and textiles. The creative approach is woven directly into the gameplay and allows the ever-morphing Kirby to take on a variety of forms. Surprisingly, this got a higher rating this time around on GameSpot than the original game release on Wii U. So it was an 8.5 on Wii U, and now that's come to 3DS. It has a 9.
It's probably more fun as a portable game. You know what I mean? I don't know. I
noticed a lot of people in the comments on it, because it got a 9, they're like, oh, look, it's better than Anthem. No, but anyway, so and then we got Your Toy coming to PS4 on March 5th for $19.99. Your Toy is a 3D first-person escape game that incorporates elements of horror. The game features an advanced, no-repeat puzzle system, an advanced challenging puzzle content as well as an intricate backstory. Not only will you enjoy solving the game's puzzles, you will also experience the story through collecting various in-game items. Are you ready to enter the nightmare? Do you remember your childhood toys? Where are they now?
That sounds terrifying.
They were your friends once. But has it ever occurred to you that they could become the stuff of nightmares?
I don't know, man. That's pretty scary.
It's pretty scary. I don't know why I read it like that, but it's definitely gonna be at least a little scary.
Yeah. Sounds spooky
for
to me.
$20 though. It's like, what are you gonna get?
Well, Outlast is only like $20, and that's a fucking hell of a game.
Now it's $20.
True.
When the sequel came out, remember we paid $60 for that game.
Did we pay 60?
Yeah, on Steam.
I bought it twice.
You spent $120 on it.
I did.
You should be getting Dead or Alive.
All right.
Okay, so that's it for this week's releases. There's a shit ton of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah, we're going to jump on over into the games with gold. These are the games you can get for free on your Xbox One and Xbox 360.
They're nice.
Yeah, starting with Adventure Time, Pirates of Enchiridion.
Enchiridion, bro. Didn't you ever watch Adventure Time?
I did. I've actually watched the entire show, so I don't know why. I just have like blank spaces in my brain.
No, me too. I think maybe we just like did something whenever we were kids that fucked our brains up because like I'm with you there.
Like
it's like big chunks missing of everything. Like
it's kind of it upsets me sometimes because like I'll get really into like so Game of Thrones. I watched the entire like first 7 seasons of Game of Thrones in like 2 weeks. And I can barely tell you who any of the characters' names are or anything like that. But I know what everything is. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of those things, though, like, if you were to, like, start watching an episode of Game of Thrones right now, though, you would be able to, like, everything you saw, you'd be like, oh, that's so-and-so. And this,
yeah,
this
I'd
and
be
that.
able to recall it.
You know, like, I think it's just a matter of, like, seeing it. You know what I mean? And, like...
Yeah, I'm a visual
Me too.
memorizer,
I'm the same kind
of
person. You know, like, even in small things, like in my everyday life, like I'm at work, and I like somebody asks me for a cup of ranch or something. I go back in the back, forget the cup of ranch. I come out and I see the table. As soon as I see the person at the table that asked me for the ranch, I'm like, oh, ranch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude. I'm the same way. I wish I wasn't. I wish I want to be one of those people that can remember every little thing, dude.
Me too.
Those are the best. But anyways, that's coming March 1st through 31st. It's already out right now. So yeah, if you want to play that, and then we got Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 will be available on March 16th through April 15th. And then for the Xbox 360 games, we're looking at Star Wars Republic Commando, which is out until the 15th of March. And then Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, March 16th through the 31st. So yeah, you got the PlayStation ones?
I'm actually looking at that right now. Just keep the people entertained for about 5 seconds.
Cool. So it looks like for the 360, they're bringing back like a lot of the cool like Star Wars games from the past. Hopefully, we'll get KOTOR for free. That's what I'm banking on.
Dude, that would be sick. It's already on Game Pass, so I mean.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. We got some interesting ones here.
Okay.
So. First, I thought they were going to stop doing
Vita. Or no,
Vita. VR. Oh, no, I think that's last month for the Vita. But, okay, for this month, we're getting Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered.
Damn.
Yeah. Which is pretty, I mean, that's a pretty good deal right there.
Definitely.
And we're getting The Witness. Let's see. I don't really know much about The Witness.
I got that for free. It's like a puzzle game, but it's like all line puzzles. It gets really old really fast.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what we're getting this month.
Nice.
So yeah, they have stopped doing the Vita and the PS3, which is a little sad, but I guess the times they are a-changing,
That's exactly what he meant when he made that song.
He was talking about this exact moment.
Anyway, so let's jump on over to currently playing. We got, for me, literally the only thing I played since I started watching that show, and I've been really busy at work and stuff. I've been playing Apex Legends on PC actually, and I got a win on PC, dude.
Yeah,
dude, I fucking like surprised the hell out of myself because it took me a while to get it to run on my PC. I have to run it in like windowed, like really tiny, like how we did whenever we played Outlast.
Mm-hmm.
It's making me play it like that. Otherwise, it just lags the shit out of it. But besides that, like, it's fun, dude. I like playing it on PC just because, like, I don't know.
You good with the mouse and keyboard or what?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm good with it, but I feel like it's easier to lock on target. But at the same time, it makes the difficulty that much harder because everybody else is used to it.
Yeah.
So even it's easy for me. It's like easy peasy for them.
Yeah.
So it was fucking cool though. Just getting that win, dude. It felt so good. It was like champion.
Yeah, dude. Like, I've only gotten one win, but it was a good feeling.
Yeah, that was my second win overall. First one on PC.
Nice.
I want to get another 360 one. Yeah. But my Wi-Fi here is not letting me play. I don't know. I can play every other game online, but I can't play Apex Legends.
That's my big thing, man. When I move out to that new house, it's going to be a minute before I can get an internet situation figured out. I know.
You gotta go back to the 90s.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, man.
Get dial-up, dude.
I don't know, man. There's got to be some kind of solution for internet in like rural places. You know what I mean?
You could always do like hotspots or like phone hotspots or whatever, but that'd be expensive as fuck.
Yeah, for sure. And is it really effective? I mean, is it effective enough to like download games and stuff? Like,
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know some people do that shit though, like where they just like get it through like AT&T or something. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird.
You should talk to Aaron about that. I feel like Aaron would know everything about that.
For sure.
He'd be able to tell you. Oh yeah, what are you playing?
Let's see. I played a little Fortnite just to like see what the hubbub's all about, with the season 8. And they have added a lot of shit into Fortnite. The map is like totally different. There's like a pirate ship now. There's like a Mayan temple now. There's like a volcano in that bitch. They got hoverboards, which is a lot of fun. You can like fly around on the hoverboard and like do like Tony Hawk style tricks and shit.
What even is this game now?
I don't know, man. They added bottle rockets and like all kinds of weapons, and then they added an infantry rifle. They added a lot of shit. It's fun, but it's still pretty much basic Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I played through South Park: The Stick of Truth, which
you beat the whole thing.
Played the whole thing.
Damn.
Absolutely hilarious fucking game. I really recommend both The Stick of Truth and Fractured But Whole. I can't hardly tell you which one I like more. I think I like them both for their own reasons. They're both really, really funny. It's hard to say which one's funnier. I don't know. There's a lot of little things I like about The Stick of Truth. Like there's a part where you go to Canada and the whole game changes to like this top-down, like 16-bit, like. Like,
oh my god!
Like, I don't know. Like, everything is just like an old school SNES game when you're in Canada.
What?
I don't know. It's really weird and hilarious, and like, it doesn't really explain it. And like, every time they teach you a new like power fart, like you get these farts that like can help you solve problems or whatever. Every time they teach you a new power fart, they end it with like, "and never ever fart on a man's balls."
What?
And then at the end of the game, like, I'm just gonna spoil it because it's fucking hilarious. At the end of the game, they're like all this shit's going down. He's like, "You remember how I told you never to fart on a man's balls?" He's like, "You gotta fart on his balls, bro." And then you fart on the balls, and it like rips like space and time. It's like ridiculous.
Oh my
god! It's like vintage South Park. It's so fucking hilarious, dude. It's so stupid and funny, and it's like, but. The other game was longer. Fractured But Whole is like a longer game. They're both very similar gameplay-wise. Like, the combat is the biggest difference in the two games. Like, in Stick of Truth, it's more of like a Final Fantasy-style combat, whereas Fractured But Whole is more like Final Fantasy Tactics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It depends on what you like a little more. I think I like the Stick of Truth combat system a little more.
That's what I've heard. I've heard Stick of Truth is the better, but they're both really good.
They're both really good. As far as like story, like really what you're playing it for is like just like a 12-hour episode of South Park. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's really funny. I definitely, if you like South Park, you are going to love these games. Like you really are. Like it's the ultimate game for the fans. Like, you know.
I need to play
you
it.
Can
I
tell
mean, I've played it, but I need to like play it.
It's really fucking great, dude. Like it's a lot of fun. They're both really good. I don't know. Let's see. I finished that though, and then I started playing last night. I started playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's a really pretty game, except for the water graphics. The water graphics are terrible looking. It's so weird because everything else is just beautiful, like gloriously beautiful. And maybe it's because I'm not on a PS4 Pro or something. You know what I mean? Maybe that would be a little better if I had like the Pro or like a Xbox One X or something. You know what I mean? But
it might be just because you saw like Red Dead Redemption water. And
probably
you're going back to this. So it's like...
But it still looks really damn good for what it is. You know, I'm not too far into the game, but so far a lot of epic shit has happened, which is, you know, standard for the modern Tomb Raider series, which I really have always enjoyed. I liked, you know, the Tomb Raider reboot. I liked Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
and so far I'm really enjoying Shadow of the Tomb Raider, you know. And I know I didn't get very good reviews, but like it's been epic so far. Like there's been like a tsunami. You go to multiple locations, which is kind of interesting for you know, the Tomb Raider games, because like in the first two of the reboot you're like basically stuck in an isolated place the whole time, and this one you like start out in Mexico and then you go to Peru, and I'm sure I'm gonna go somewhere else, you know. And the whole tsunami thing was really interesting. Like I've never seen like a tsunami in a video game before, which I thought was kind of interesting, you know.
Did you get to interact with the tsunami?
Yeah, so like you're standing there and like they say something about the tsunami and some guy flies off in a helicopter, and then all of a sudden this like wave like rushes in the street and like starts like sweeping up cars and shit, and then you're running and it catches you, and then like you're like basically getting carried by the current, and you're like dodging shit, and like if you don't dodge right you'll like slam into rebar and get like impaled by like 50 spikes, you know what I mean? It's fucking awesome. Like I don't know. And then like they threw in this little flashback where you're like young Lara Croft for a little bit running around the mansion doing stuff, which was kind of a nice change of pace, you know what I mean? And it was kind of nice to see the Croft mansion again in the game.
She just like slips and falls on a pair of scissors and just like super gory. It's like playing tag and trips on a rock and just like impales herself on a tree.
Oh man, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah.
But and there's also this is kind of fun. They have skins like PS2 or PS1 Tomb Raider 2 skins.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's hilarious.
The classic like pointy.
Yeah. You can do pointy boobs, or you can also do like the Xbox 360 Tomb Raider, which is like slightly
less pointy,
but also still kind of bad graphics. I don't know, it's kind of fun. And then they have the PS1
Polygonal. Tomb
Tomb Raider outfit, but with a bomber jacket on also.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun there.
I like that. That's nice.
So yeah, I'm having fun with that. And yeah, there you go.
Sweet. So let us know what you're currently playing in the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/GameSpeak podcast. Now, we're going to jump into the topic of the show. This week's topic of the show is going to be one of probably a 3-part episode of topics where we're going to go in different decades and talk about the top selling games of the decades, or whichever decade we're in that episode, and then just kind of talk about it. So this one, we're starting with one close to home for us, which is the best selling games of the 90s. Though, which is weird because we're going to go back to the 80s. And then jump forward, but then we had to start with a bang. Something we
start
we
with
know.
what we know. Yeah.
Though I think the 2000s will be even more knowledgeable on, like, personally.
Absolutely.
But so let's start with let's go down the list with number 10 and work towards 1.
Yeah. So for those of you listening at home, this is like the best selling games of the 90s. We thought we'd recap it and kind of give you our feelings on these games and our own personal opinions and experiences with these games.
Okay, so the number 10 is Final Fantasy VII, which was produced by Square, developed by Square. This came out in January 1997.
So right at the end there.
Yeah, right at the end. It sold 9.25 million.
I remember getting this game. I bought it on eBay because it was kind of pricey when it came out, you know?
Yeah.
It was like a 3-disc game, you know? And I remember it being expensive, and I found a copy on eBay for cheap, and I bought it, and I waited for like 2 weeks for this game to come in the mail. And when it finally came, I was so psyched, dude.
I remember playing it at your house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was my shit, dude.
Yeah, then
I never really beat it, though. I only got to like disc 2, and then
in 1997, you were 5 years old.
So I didn't get it in 1997. It was still, that's the thing about that game. It stayed expensive for a long time.
Oh, yeah, because it was a classic. But, I mean, like, I think whenever we were playing it, we were probably about 8 or 9. I mean, it wasn't that much of a difference. At 8 and 9, you're not going to be able to consume the
I would
entire
love
Final
to go
Fantasy.
back and try it as an adult, you know, and like...
I tried, dude. I bought it on Steam. You're different from me, though. You like things that I just don't care for. But, I put about, 4 hours into it, and I was done. I was like,
if I get it on anything, I'm going to get it on Switch, probably. I think it'd be most fun on the Switch.
And after I started randomly encountering houses to fight, I was like, okay, I don't remember this bullshit.
I will say the random encounters get a little bit tedious in that game. They are constant, and they are...
And they have nothing to do with the story. Like, why am I fucking fighting a house? I'm not even kidding, dude. You fight
I don't even
houses.
know, man.
Anyways,
I don't question it in that game.
Yeah.
I just kind of go with it, you know?
And I was just like, what the fuck? Y'all couldn't have thought of anything? And then we got Donkey Kong Country.
How many are
there?
9? That was 9? That was 10 back there?
Yeah, that was
9?
10. So we're going down to number 9, which is Donkey Kong Country for Nintendo or Super Nintendo, November 1994.
Wow.
For 9.3 million copies.
Wow. So this is the original Donkey Kong Country.
The OG, dude. And it was big in its time because of the graphics.
I was about to say the graphics were super impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
And I just remember it oh my God, dude, I put so much time into this game. I know I was only 2 when it came out, but I was playing it whenever I was 7 and probably even a little bit before that. But dude, Donkey Kong, once a year, man, I got to go through and beat
I've
that
always
game.
had kind of a strange obsession with shiny things.
Oh yeah, the coins,
especially
dude.
in video games. And that was the first game I remember being like, damn, I want to collect all the shiny things, you know? That's one of the reasons I liked Spyro so much as a kid, because you're constantly getting gems and shiny jewels.
And I guess
shit.
the coins are Donkey Kong Country too. My bad, I didn't mean to say the coins.
Well, like the golden bananas and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the rare, symbol, you know? Like, I always thought that was kind of cool, you know?
It is
Or
neat.
not rare. What do you collect?
It was rare.
Was it Kong? You collect
yeah,
Kong, yeah.
I thought you were saying what or who made it.
Well, the rare
yeah.
had the cool logo at the beginning too. That was all shiny.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. And then number 8, Super Mario All Stars for the SNES.
Wow.
That came out a year before Donkey Kong Country. It came out July 1993. It sold 10.55 million copies.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
That was the one that was like an RPG, pretty much, right?
No.
That was Super Mario RPG.
The All Stars just had the first 3 games, I think.
That's right, and it had the
Super Mario World.
It had the one that was never released, right? Like the Untold
Yes.
Levels or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Definitely, which was actually the true sequel to the original Super Mario
Right.
Bros. The Super Mario Bros. 2
was like a reskin of an old game, right?
Doki Doki Panic. Yes.
That's great. You know, I have an original NES Super Mario Bros. 3 cartridge at my house. I found it when I was looking for all these Yeah, do you have a functional NES? I can let you have it if you want. You can.
I do have a functional NES.
Word.
We should play it.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Though we could just like
on the
play
Switch.
Yeah.
With like 2-player functionality and shit.
It's like the moment you accidentally tap the NES, it just shuts off and like ruins your game. But anyways, yeah. So,
do you think that's worth anything?
No, maybe like $26.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe. And then we got Super Mario 64 is number 7. With Nintendo, it's on Nintendo 64.
I thought this would be a little higher.
Yeah, right. It came out June 1996 for 10.7 million copies sold.
I mean, like, the reason I'm surprised it's not higher is because it basically came with every N64, like, for the first like 2 years of N64's existing. Like,
well,
you know,
I think the N64 didn't sell as well as like the PlayStation did.
It's wild to me because the N64 was sick.
But
dude.
we were kids. That's the thing is like a lot of the people buying games at the time weren't just kids. It was like people our age now, you know, where they were like, do I want fucking Mario or do I want fucking Metal Gear Solid? You know, like as adults.
But N64 had some good games too. Like it really competed with PlayStation 1. Like the graphics might not have been quite as crispy, but like
the graphics were better on the N64 due to the cartridges, but in my opinion, but I think it just wasn't able to compete because they didn't have the third party support that the PlayStation had or the first party games besides the Mario games.
I don't know. There was a lot of good games. Like it had the Resident Evil game, you know, it had
yeah, but nobody wanted to play Resident Evil 2 on the N64. Everybody wanted to play it on the PlayStation.
But why?
Because of the controllers. Nobody actually liked the N64 controller. We liked it because we were kids and we were like, dude, this is dope as fuck. But like I listened to a lot of podcasts with people in the gaming industry who were like teenagers when we were little kids playing the N64. All of them hate the N64. It makes no sense to me. Like
that really doesn't make any sense to me.
They're like, do you remember? Like they'll be talking about. They're like, yeah, I remember when it came out, and I was like, oh, that's fucking garbage. And the only reason I wanted it was for Super Mario 64. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
I had so many good memories with both my PlayStation and my N64, but I can confidently say
64.
that I played and enjoyed my N64 more.
But like as an adult, can you look back now and be like, I could understand why? Because we were kids.
Understand why, but at the same time, I also can understand like why the N64 was so popular. I mean, before the N64, like the PlayStation didn't even have thumbsticks. You know what I'm saying? It was just a pad with like a D-pad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the like people can hate on the N64 controller all they want, but it was revolutionary.
The analog.
You know what I mean? It really was. It was crazy. I mean, it changed the game. And like for a while, that was the dominant force for me. Now, eventually PlayStation put their like DualShock on there, and that again changed the game because like having the dual analog sticks was a huge, you know, like games like GoldenEye and stuff, you know, they were acceptable until that point. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's another thing. People had to get used to the twin stick, control the camera with the right stick kind of thing for a long time after the DualShock controller came out. People didn't adapt to that. You know what I mean?
Well, the developers didn't adapt to it.
Because they knew people didn't want it yet. They weren't ready for it. You know, the technology was there. They could have done it, you know? But it took a few ambitious games that got critically panned because they did it.
Yeah, like the Alien
Like
game.
Alien, yeah. That's a great example, you know, because an otherwise good game, you know.
True.
Trashed because the way it, like, I don't know.
The way it handled. How futuristic it was.
Yeah. Which is funny because nowadays it's like, that's just the standard, you know.
Yeah. Now, beating out Super Mario 64 at number 6 is Super Mario Land 2 for the Nintendo Game Boy.
Really?
Yeah, it came out October 1992.
Man, everybody had a Game Boy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in 92, dude.
Hell yeah. And Super Mario Land 2, I think that's the Golden Coins game. That's the one that's more like a Super Mario game in general.
Yeah. Well, they had the other Super Mario Land game on Game Boy, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
That game was the shit. I love that game.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of iconic music in that one.
So that one was sold 11.18 million copies.
Wow.
Then beating that, number 5 is Super Mario Land.
Okay, I was about to say,
Game Boy.
I would be surprised if Super Mario Land 1 isn't on there, if Mario Land 2 is on there.
And it beat it by a lot. It sold 14 million, and that came out in April 1989. I don't know why that's...
Mario was killing it in the 90s, dude. Like, there's already at least like 3 or 4 Mario titles on the fucking list. Like,
but see, my problem is that it says this list was supposed to be from the 90s, but that was from 1989. So
maybe that was the Japanese release, and it was a North American release was in the 90s or something. You know,
that makes sense.
One of those things.
Okay, and so beating out Super Mario Land at number 4 was Super Mario Brothers 3. Obviously,
really,
that one was going to sell more. Came out October 1988 for 15 million copies sold. Which, honestly, it's only 1 million more than the Game Boy game.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy.
I honestly liked Super Mario World a little more than 3. You know what I mean?
The
SNES one?
Yeah, Super Mario World was actually number 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
wow, dude. Mario was killing it.
Of course, dude.
Well, I mean, I knew they were killing it, but, like, I didn't know that they had the whole top 10 thing on lock, you know?
Dude, they took it all, bro. They took it all. Super Mario World... for the SNES came out November 1990, sold 20.61 million. So that's 5.5 million more copies than Super Mario 3.
Wow. Let me see if I can guess number 2.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Yes. Which one?
Ha! Shit. Red,
green, and blue. And I guess this is worldwide, by the way.
Yeah.
That's why you have green on here, because it's including Japan.
Green was in Japan, right?
Yes.
That's so interesting that they didn't do it. But we
got yellow.
They didn't have blue in Japan, did they? Or something like that, right?
They had them, but the yellow for us was green.
Oh.
It was just, but we got Pikachu added to it as well.
Did they not get yellow?
I don't think so. Or I'm sure they did.
I was going to say, that's fucked up, man.
But Nintendo, that came out for the Nintendo Game Boy, not the Game Boy Color, which a lot of people confuse. Mm-hmm. Those games actually came out on the Game Boy, but they had color,
functionality.
Yeah, once you put it in a Game Boy Color.
I really liked the OG playing through it with that colorless look, you know?
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's such a neat aesthetic to me. Like, something about like the original Pokemon drawings were all really interesting. They all had kind of like a flabby look to them. Like Pikachu was all fat and stuff, and I don't know. I loved it. There's something magical about like going back and like playing where you walk up to Professor Oak and you see the 3 balls on the table,
and they don't look like Pokeballs.
It's so weird, but it's also like the most deep like primal nostalgia I can think of right now. Like it's such a I don't know.
Well, it's funny because it was like a lot of people think that, you know, the cartoon came first or whatever, but it was the game.
The game inspired
then
everything.
The movie, then the then the cartoon, and then the trading card game.
Yeah.
It's so insane. Like, you think, the trading card game started it. No, it's like it was the video game.
And people always say, you know, there's no good game movies, dude. Look at Pokemon, bro. Pokemon inspired a generation, dude. Like, that's wild. That game inspired more like extracurricular lore than any other like, you know, game.
I
probably ever
love Pokemon.
Me too.
And that's they basically,
and they're still going strong today. That's what's wild. I mean, sure, there's Mario games and there's Pokemon games still today. I mean, not Pokemon, Donkey Kong games and stuff, but it's like Pokemon is doing it. Like, Pokemon's got the diehard fan base. You know, like, everybody likes Mario, everybody likes the other Nintendo mascots, but Pokemon has like real legitimate like diehards, and that's like something that's like been going on for so long. It's just incredible to me that they can hold an audience captive like that for so long.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's not just diehards in general. It's diehards from every generation since it came out. Like, there's kids that are probably like 10 years old right now who their first experience was Pokemon Go, but are just as obsessed as we were whenever we first played it on the Game Boy.
Absolutely.
You know? And it just blows my mind. Like, I remember, I think I talked about it on the show when it happened. Like, whenever Pokemon Go first came out or around that time, I went to the flea market and there was like a book, like a Pokemon book. And I was like looking at it and this little kid came up and he's like, "Do you know who that is?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like, it's Pikachu or whatever." And he's like, "Do you play Pokemon Go?" I'm like, "No, this is fucking weird." And I'm like, it was like
That's
insulting,
awesome.
but at the same time, I was like, I'm happy for this, it's good to know. It's like, but back in my day,
Dude, that's just the one thing that everybody can agree on,
Pokemon is life.
Yeah.
Pokemon is ball, dude. And ball is life.
I don't know, man. I really think like in the future, people are going to be looking back at this generation, and there's going to be a Pokemon game on this list too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Or they'll be like looking back in those black and white photos, and like they'll see the first Pokemon screenshot from the Game Boy, and they'll be like, can you imagine if you had to play that? Like, that was that's how you played Pokemon. As they snap back into their virtual reality Pokemon game, and like,
oh my god, dude, virtual reality Pokemon, that would be fucking tight. You're like throwing your own Pokeballs and shit,
just like traveling around.
That would be sick, dude.
Oh my god,
can you imagine?
I'm sick now. I'm very sick. No, but
so what's number uno, bro?
Well, first off, we got to mention how many were sold for Pokemon Red, Green, and Blue.
God, a bunch.
23.5 million.
Wow.
Now,
that's incredible.
Topping it all off, number one, it was a Nintendo Game Boy game. Came out June 1989. What do you think it is?
A Nintendo Game Boy game. Hang on, don't tell me.
It was a for the original Game Boy, it was the what's it called? It was a launch game or a launch title.
Tetris.
It was. It was like the first game to go to space. Who was it? Was it
That's
Buzz Aldrin?
Crazy. I can't believe that.
Or something.
How many copies were sold with?
26.5 million.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Because the attach rate. I mean, if you bought a Game Boy,
you had
Tetris.
It. Yeah.
I remember my older sister liked it. My older sister thought
I played the shit out of it.
Video games were weird.
I had all kinds of games, and I was always playing Tetris. Like I'd still play some fucking Tetris if I had it. I play it on my phone sometimes.
I play Tetris 99.
I'm good at Tetris. I'm not good at Tetris 99 because of those fucking assholes blocking my shit. They see me kicking ass, and they're like, "Oh, we got to get rid of this guy."
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Every time. No, but yeah, it's a really good game, and a lot of people liked it. It spoke to everyone at the time, even adults. And whenever that was back whenever video games were not as accepted among the adult generation.
Man,
and like that did it. There was everyone playing it.
It's so interesting that in such a game-rich era, those were the top 10. I'm not hating on any of those games, but it's like there's so many excellent games that weren't on that list. You know what I mean?
That's what are some of the ones that you're
like? I don't know, like Resident Evil and GoldenEye and things like that. You'd think some of those would make the cut. Smash Brothers.
And I want to look at that just to make sure that this list wasn't like off. Best-selling game. I want to see what the best-selling game of the 90s was. I mean, I'm pretty sure this was an accurate list, but because it's world,
that would be hilarious if we just that was just total bullshit. Just like,
yeah, I don't know. I'm still looking, but
well, I mean, even if it's not bullshit, it seems pretty accurate. I mean, I can see most of those games being right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
but at the same time, there's also a lot of good ones that
just missed games. I think probably Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color. There was no Game Boy Color games, honestly, mentioned at all.
No. I feel like everybody had a Game Boy. Not everybody had a Game Boy Color, but most people did. I don't know.
Everyone had a Game Boy. Yeah, you're right. But I'm trying to think of something that was just like so prominent in my childhood that like I can't believe it's not on there. And besides GoldenEye, there's not really much anything that I can think of that.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a pretty
good list. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, anyways,
there you go. That's the 90s.
Yeah, that's
for
the
you guys.
90s. So next time we'll probably do the 80s, and see what goes on there. We know a lot less about the 80s. I feel like, you know, though we did play a lot of games from the 80s, the NES games, but
just from my sister, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, a lot of PC games I played, you know, from the 80s. You know,
that's true. Like Sierra games and stuff like that. We didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so tune in next time for that. But so we're going to jump on over to the People's Champ. I know we got some good questions.
We did. We got some really good questions this time. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see.
Yeah, let's start this.
So the champ this week, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Devin Mayer.
Devin,
He says, as always, I preface this question with, sorry if this has been asked before, but what was the game, console, moment, or time in your life that really got you hooked on video games for life?
Oh, dude. I think it was probably the first time I ever picked up an NES controller. And I believe like I was playing like a Thomas the Tank Engine game. And just like the feeling of like having something on a TV screen being controlled by myself, like it just like it blew everything out of the water. Like I remember when I would have like limited time to play video games, like my parents wouldn't let me play till the weekend or whatever. Like I would be watching, you know, cartoons, dreaming about playing them as like a video game. Like whenever I would watch Dragon Ball Z, it was always in my mind like, oh, I would be envisioning the video game of Dragon Ball Z that wasn't at the time, you know?
Yeah, same. I feel that. For me, it breaks down to 3 hallmark moments in my life, I think.
3 of them.
And there's all kinds of times when I played video games before these moments and enjoyed it, and like I liked video games a lot before these things, but at these 3 moments in my life, my love for video games grew exponentially. The first moment I can think of is playing Harry Potter on the PlayStation 1, oddly enough.
It's magical.
Something about exploring the castle, because I was really into Harry Potter at the time, and I feel like I got a little bit deeper into the lore just because I could go explore the castle on my own terms, fly the broom around the outside of the castle.
Yeah.
You know, you just get this cool feeling of freedom, you know?
Yeah, and you don't know the limits to development at that age.
Not
so
at
like
all.
you just imagine everything that's in the book and in the movies is somewhere in that game.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. And then the next moment that comes to mind was I was maybe 9 or 10, I guess, and I was over at my friend's house. And I walked out in the living room, and I see her brother playing Grand Theft Auto 3.
Is that Chelsea's?
Yeah, and he's just murdering fucking people and spraying everybody with the Uzi. And it just blew my mind. He jumps in a car and takes off, and I was like, holy shit. Like, that is fucking awesome.
Holy shit.
I don't know why, but my little young brain just exploded. I was like, oh my God, I have to play that game. Like, that was the first time I ever got that feeling, like seeing a game and being like, holy shit, dude, I need to be the one controlling that. I want to play that game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'd had games again before that I was like, you know, enjoyed, but like I never felt a like need to do something like that. I had to play it, you know. And I spent the next like few months of my life devising a plan to get fucking Grand Theft Auto, you know. Eventually I got it for Christmas one year or whatever, and I had to hide it, you know. But I'll never forget that. But then the last moment that really stuck with me is like I was in high school, actually. I was like a sophomore or junior or something. We were at one of Joey's Halo parties.
Oh yeah,
and we were all having fun, you know. But then after we were done playing Halo, we all sat there and we made this Fallout 3 character together, and we made him look like Jay Leno. And I thought it was so funny, you know. And then like after we all made the character, everybody kind of got tired and went to sleep all around me, and I just basically picked up the controller and played through the intro of Fallout 3. And that moment when you walk out of the vault and you're like, you see the big wasteland in front of you and you're like, holy shit. Like,
I'm Jay Leno.
Dude, that blew my mind. Like, fucking, that was, like, seriously probably the defining moment of me as a gamer. Like, that moment right there, I embraced everything gaming has to offer. Like, I was like, this is amazing. Like, you can put yourself in a completely different world. Like, they've created and, like, detailed every little speck of this world. And it just blew my mind. Like, and to this day, I still get that magical feeling whenever you get some kind of like big environment or like the scale of something just like blows you back. It's just, I don't know, man. I love it. And like, I haven't lost that passion yet. You know?
I like it, man. That's true passion right there, especially with Fallout 3. I felt that same way.
Oh man, I think a lot of us did. Fallout 3 was such a good game, especially for its time. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah, but that was a great question, Devin.
Thank you, Devon.
As always, thank you so much. Moving on, we got Chad McLean here.
Chatty.
Chad. He says, "What's your favorite board game?"
Shit, dog.
Shit, dog.
You know what I'm saying? No, but
my favorite board game is Mousetrap.
Man, that's a good game.
I don't even like playing it. I just like watching the Mousetrap go off.
So it's.
You know what else is a good one?
What's that?
Don't Wake Daddy.
Oh, I never played it.
You never played.
Don't Wake
fucking Daddy, dog. Are you fucking?
I don't like
kidding
saying
me?
that word. It just nowadays, like if you made "Don't Wake Daddy" 2019, it'd be like you're trying not to wake like this fucking asshole kid with like a fucking on a hoverboard, like taking Instagram pictures of himself. Hashtag daddy.
Oh God.
No, but
Okay, do you remember Break the Ice?
Oh, dude, Break the Ice. And what was the one with the like? It was the same game makers. They did the one with like little ants.
Oh fuck! What was that called?
It was like,
oh, that was a tight game.
Ants in my pants.
You remember the caterpillar one? I don't remember what you did or the point of the game, but I know there was a caterpillar and everybody had to like put the limbs on the caterpillar.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was called. They made some good games like that.
They had some good ones, yeah.
Trying to think, Monopoly's always a classic.
You know what game got ruined for me by going to jail?
Which one's that?
Sorry. Everybody in jail only wanted to play Sorry. They all just sat there and played Sorry all day.
Dude, it's because they were sorry they
I
were in
guess so.
jail.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what it is. Their remorse took over.
If they put a game in there called like Life, you know, like honestly, I'm surprised they didn't have the game of Life in there.
Life was actually, you know what? I take back everything I just said. Life is my favorite board game.
It's a pretty open and expansive
love
game.
that game.
It's pretty good.
I love it. I have it on my phone. I really do.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Monopoly, but just because it's a classic.
Monopoly's
I never
a little
get tired
too
of it.
tedious for me. I like Life. I think I'm gonna pick Life.
It's not tedious. You just buy every fucking thing you land on, and then you beat the game.
Yeah, you're right. It's fun.
Anyways, what you got?
Okay, we got some asshole here named Jamel Al Jafra.
I don't know who that is.
What weirdo.
What's the amazing question?
He says, "Why is that Jamel so super handsome?"
Oh my god!
Keep up the great work, Jamel. Not Jamel.
I'm blushing. I'm so glad that wasn't me who posted that.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That'd be fucking weird.
Yeah, that'd be so strange. Anyways, yeah. So keep up the good work, Jamel.
I'm trying out here, dude.
Our fans definitely think
first question of praise. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. We got blah blah blah. We got Eric Crane. Any thoughts on Division 2? I wasn't gonna get it myself, but after the beta, I think I will pick it up. Complete opposite of Anthem. Was going to get it and then played the beta and decided against it. So I guess the question is, have betas and demos changed your opinion of a game? Yes, definitely.
Yeah, most def.
Like Anthem is a great example. I played the beta of that as well, and I was gonna buy it before I played the beta, and I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's very mediocre.
Put all your hands down.
But also another good example of that is Titanfall. I played the Titanfall beta, really enjoyed
bought
it.
The shit out of
Went
that.
ahead and bought it right afterwards.
Same with so like for me it was Sea of Thieves. I played the beta and I was like, fuck this, I'm not buying this.
Yeah.
Even though I was so stoked for it because it was a rare game and
yeah.
like, oh man.
I've had a couple of experiences like that, man. I really have. But yeah, good question. Let's see.
Oh, but as for Division 2, I totally want to check it out. I wish I would have played the beta.
Yeah, I wish I would have played the beta too. I didn't like Division 1. So, I'm a little bit turned off on the idea of the Division 2, but
It looks dope.
it does look dope, and I think I'll give it a chance at some point,
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see, we got Jeffrey Lewis here.
What's up, boy?
He says, excuse me. He says, what is the worst game you guys have ever played? Could be for the story, could be for design, could be just F that shiz. I just want to know.
The worst game?
Yeah, it's hard to say because I'm sure I'll think of a worse one as soon as I, pick one.
You know what this just brought into my brain? Do you remember not as in a bad game, but it made me think of a game that's long lost and most people probably don't remember, is those Conflict games, where it's Conflict Desert Storm or Conflict.
Oh yeah, Conflict Desert Storm was the bomb, dude.
Yeah, you could play 4-player co-op and
yeah, dude.
Oh my
those
God.
were great.
They were so good. But okay, let's go back to I don't know why it brought that up, but
worst games I've ever played. Maybe Sneak King, the Burger King game.
Yeah, Sneak King was pretty
that
bad.
Hardly counts.
But yeah, it was made to be bad.
Yeah. The worst game, man.
We should have thought about this one.
I know.
But see, I like to do the questions as surprises,
Let's see. A game I didn't really like that much was D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die.
Oh shit.
That game was pretty whack. Though, you know what? It was actually way whacker than that.
What's whacker?
I think it was called Blood and Truth or something like that. Really bad game.
Oh, you know what? A game called this was the worst game I've ever played. It came out on the Wii. And it was Soul Calibur something on the Wii.
Oh man.
And it was a spin-off. It wasn't even actually a Soul Calibur game. So hold on. I gotta read you guys just the little description of what the game was. So it was called Soul Calibur Legends. It has a 6 out of 10. Soul Calibur Legends is an action adventure game for the Wii console. It's a spin-off of Soul Calibur. And it's not a fighting game at all. You can only play as Ivy and Siegfried in the game. That's it. Those are the only two characters you can play as. The gameplay is basically you just walk around and it's like a hack and slash, but sometimes the attacks don't land on the people, and there's only 3 different bad guys that appear. They're all the same type, or they just pop up.
Oh man, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it's all linear. You just walk in this really small path and then get to the end of the level, and then it's over, and then you walk through the next level just swinging your Wiimote, and dude, it's so fucking bad.
Dude, do you know what other games were terrible Wii ports? Fucking Dead Rising.
Oh yeah,
was
dude,
awful.
It's
dude.
so bad. You couldn't have
So
any characters
bad,
on the
dude.
screen.
And it sucks because it was kind of it was the same map as the other one, but it just it was so bad. It was just so bad.
It hurt.
And then let's see what else was bad. Call of Duty Black Ops for the Wii was awful.
Yeah, basically anything that came out on the Wii as and was a third-party game, you might as well just throw that shit in the trash.
Man, let's see. There's a lot of really bad ones. I could go on and on. James 007 Nightfire for the fucking Game Boy Advance was really bad.
Ooh, on the Game Boy Advance, but Nightfire on the GameCube
was awesome.
It was awesome. That's the one that had the hook shot.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of cool gadgets.
Hell yeah, dude.
Man.
Miss gadgets. Anyways, but those are the answers for that. We gave some pretty shitty games.
I'm sure I'll think of some other shitty games later. Let's see. We have David Stanley here. He says,
our boy.
Why can Yoshi stand safely on Munchers, spikes, thwomps, and bounce on saw blades, but Mario cannot, even though he's wearing a very similar shoe to what Yoshi wears? And Austin McGowan replied, Yoshi has less weight and larger surface area, obviously.
Wow, that's science.
So yeah, I mean that's a pretty good answer. I'm not gonna lie, Austin.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I also like to think that it's not that it doesn't hurt Yoshi. It's that he's your trusty steed.
He's willing to take the pain for you.
Yeah, and he's a dinosaur, so like he can take a little bit more pain.
He's got the rougher skin.
Yeah,
I think that's a lot of what has to do with, like he's got like bulletproof skin,
like alligator skin.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Surface area.
Just kidding. Okay, you want some science? We have Charles Chastain here. He says, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
11 meters per second.
For real?
Yeah.
Did you look this up?
I looked this up beforehand. I wanted to have an answer for it. So this is from that Monty Python skit or whatever, where like they have to cross the bridge. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So like...
I probably should.
Yeah, I feel like you, of all people, would know that. You watched all the Monty Python shit. Like
I watched a lot. I watched like the Holy Grail and like some of the skits from the early show, but I didn't really watch like all of it.
Apparently they have to like cross a bridge, and the way to do it, they have to like answer that riddle or whatever. Anyways, I Googled it, and that was the answer. 11 meters per second. So
damn. Well, I feel educated.
There you go.
Let's see. Jake Ismail Benavidez says, what is Philip Watson Dean's favorite game of all time? Asking for a friend.
If I had to guess, I'm just going to go ahead and say.
Just a guess?
Just a guess. It's probably like Call of Duty Blackout or something.
Yeah, probably.
Call of Duty.
It's probably like fucking the Lego Movie 2, the game.
I wouldn't put it past him.
No, but it's obviously, for real. This isn't even a joke. It's without a doubt the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Shivering Isles.
Yeah, if he was going to get a tattoo, I think it would possibly be of that.
Oh, anyways, guys.
And he doesn't get tattoos.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't. It's a fact.
He's not about that.
It's a fact. So there you go. Yeah, that's it, guys. Much love to all our question askers today. Thank you all for asking them questions.
Yeah, that was beautiful, guys. Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Coming together, just doing your thing just like that.
Coming together.
Just coming together.
You can't do it alone.
No. Well, you can, but
come together. Okay, anyways, so let's jump into this week in gaming history. Brett Bass, take us back, dog.
Well, I've only got one for you this week, Jamel.
It's fucking bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
But it might be the best one yet.
Okay. The best one for me or the best one in general?
The best one for you, Jamel.
Okay. I think I know what it is.
Jamel.
When did it come out?
It's March 5th, 2001. Nintendo 64.
Conker's Bad Fur Day. 2001. That's the only answer.
Oh, yes. That's it.
Because that is like one of the last games to come out on the N64.
Yeah. Late in the life cycle. Great game.
That's one of those games. That's a game I forgot to mention that like changed my whole like world.
Well, it came out in 2001.
Yeah.
So you can't really mention it in 90s.
No.
Oh, sorry,
because in that question, whenever he was like a game that
games
like
that changed your world,
yeah, that would be the number one besides like Donkey Kong and the fucking Thomas.
There's so much to it, yeah.
It was just beautiful. I remember the magic around it, just like being at the playground with my friend Michael, who I don't know if he's alive anymore. I haven't seen him since like literally the 4th grade.
Shout out Michael.
So Michael, if you're still alive out there, I miss you, dog. No, but like, yeah. So he introduced me to it. It like he would, because at the time you couldn't go watch videos or anything online about it. You could just see like little screenshots.
That word of mouth.
Basically, he literally drew it for me. He would like draw out little stick figures and explain how the mechanics worked in the game. And like I was just like, it blew my. I'm like, games don't work like that. You can't do that. Like you can't have that in a game.
Yeah.
And then like whenever I finally played it, like I just fucking like lost it, dude.
Did it like exceed your expectations?
Yes, dude. Like the lore he had built around it for me and like showed me like it's like I played the game before I even played it, and when I played it, it was just so fulfilling and like.
Oh man!
But anyways, yeah. So that's one of them. But yeah, that's it for this week in gaming history. Good pick, Brent. Good pick.
Thanks,
yeah. And what day was that? You said March what?
March 5th, 2001.
Oh my God! Happy birthday!
I know. Happy birthday, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I should have messaged Chris Seaver on
You still can.
Twitter.
You still have time.
I'll be like, oh shit, sorry I'm late. Happy birthday. Anyways, remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content on YouTube. All you have to do is search Create for Sanity. It's all one word. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle AlJaffer and Brent at BrentHas1. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners, later.
Bye.